Cold War. So what is Cold War? Cold War doesn't mean that the war happened in a cold climate or in the icy region. The Cold War represent the war that doesn't fought between the two countries physically. Understood? यहाँ पे जो वॉर था वो फिजिकल वॉर नहीं था. ये जो वॉर था अमेरिका और सोवियत यूनियन के बीच में पावर्स को लेके डिप्लोमेटिक वॉर था, जहाँ पे दोनों ही कंट्री अपने आप को सुपीरियर प्रूव करने के लिए एक दूसरे के पॉलिसीज को रॉन्ग प्रूव कर रहे थे. एंड दिस स्टार्टेड आफ्टर द सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर. So you will imagine कि sir, we had seen in both the wars, America and Russia were the friends and they fought both the wars together. So why such kind of situation happened after the Second World War? So the reason was that to being the superpower. After the Second World War, these two friends became a competitor that who will rule the world, who is superior in the world, and this competition created a rivalry between them. We know the rivals, right? Competitors, and that resulted the a long Cold War that happened for the almost 45 years, right? Still now it has not completely stopped. If you see, at many times America and Russia not agreeing to each other's policy. Okay, America and Soviet Union, as we know, at that time America and Soviet Union were the allies, were the friend in the second and the first world war. America and the Soviet Union, who were allies in the second world war, became competitors as soon as the war got over. The cooperation between them gave way to rivalry. This rivalry occupied a period of 40 to 45 years of international politics, and this relation between the America and Russia not affected only these two countries, but most of the country were affected by them because they are these powerful nations. If they country start the physical war, then many countries will be harmed, na? This rivalry occupied a period of 40 to 45 years of international politics. There was no open war between these two countries, but there was such tension in their relation that it seemed that a war would erupt anytime. What do erupt? Start. So they don't have any physical war, but the situation was in like that the war would erupt anytime, and that will give danger to all the nation. The concept of Cold War is used to describe the condition where there is no actual war. So what is Cold War? Cold War means there is no actual war, but there are such tensions in the circumstances. Circumstances means situation, condition, that they may be responsible to cause the war. In this period, America was already a superpower, right? Using the nuclear weapon or the different arms and ammunition, America proved superior themselves. But the Soviet Union also tried to become a superpower by making nuclear weapons and by increasing its military might. What is might? Military power. Might means power. The struggle for power, arms race. What is arms race? Weapon race. Both are country trying to make modern weapons or destructive weapons. Nuclear weapon is an example of one of these thing. Differences in ideologies. What are ideologies? Thinking. Both country never had a same ideology. Like we have a same kind of relation in Pakistan, right? India and Pakistan don't have any good relation, and never we have a same kind of ideology. Attitude of checkmating each other by strategies and counter strategies. What are strategies? Planning. Both the countries planning to counter strike each other or checkmating each other. What are checkmating? You know, we had seen a checkmate procedure in chess where the opponent or the rival team always try to gain victory on the other team by checkmating. So in the same way, America and Russia both trying to checkmate each other and consider them as a superior. Effects of Cold War. So we know the background now, what is Cold War and what was the reason of the Cold War. So what are the effects of the Cold War? Since the Cold War happened for almost 40 to 45 years, so it also brought a big change in the world politics. So we will see few effects. First, creation of military organization. So both the countries had started to make their own group by making the military organization. They are started to make the teams, and they are trying to make contact with other countries also, so that they should have a proper support. During the Cold War, both the superpowers created military organization. The respective superpower took up the responsibility of the security of the countries joining the military organization led by them. So both the country assured the other countries that you should join us in our military organization, and we will protect you, or we will give security to the nation, right? NATO is a military organization that started by the America. What is the full form of NATO? North Atlantic Treaty Organization was the organization that started by America. So since America had started this organization, why will Russia or Soviet Union will be behind? They also gathered few countries and make a military organization called Warsaw Pact. What is a pact? Pact means and a kind of agreement. Like act is law, ACT act is law, PACT pact is a kind of agreement, right? NATO was a military organization under the dominant control of America, while the Warsaw Pact was a military organization under the command of Soviet Union. Bipolarization of the world. What is polarization? Polarization means division. Polarization means division. Bi means two. Mono. Mono means single. Bi means two, double, tri, three, tetra, four, penta, five. Right? We have now mono, bi, tri, tetra, penta, hexa, hepta, octa, nona, deca. That's why deca means 10. So a period of 10 years is called as a decade. Right? That is a deca. So bipolarization. Bi means two. Polarization means division. So due to such kind of strategies or the planning, the world divided into two different parts, right? Both the countries trying to make their own team. During the Cold War, most countries of the world joined either of the two superpower blocks. Blocks means group. So most of the country either joined the Russian group or the Soviet Union group, or few countries joined the American group. Such a division of the nation of the world in two groups is called polarization, and such a division is called as the polarization. The scope of the Cold War increased due to this. The sphere of tension is spread, and since it became the groups, the tension of Cold War also increased. Like many times we had seen, even if we see in our friends circle, if we are a group of friends, if there is a division or a partition between the friends, then the tension increases. So such kind have been seen during the time of Cold War. Arms race. What is the arms race means? Arms means weapon. Race means to acquire more and more arms, or to acquire more and more modern technology. That is called the arms race. So both our country followed this arms race. The superpowers started producing arms on a large scale to outsmart each other. What to outsmart each other? To defeat each other. There started a rivalry to make more and more destructive weapons and to acquire the technology required for the same. So there's a kind of race between both the countries to acquire more and more weapons and the technology for the modern weapons. Right? But soon both the superpowers realized that the arms race may endanger international peace. Hence, effort towards arm race and disarmament also happened during this period. So both the nation realized that it will turn in a wrong way, and we need to stop such thing. So both the nation had supported the disarmament. What is disarmament? Disarmament means destruction of arms. Disarmament means destruction of arms. Creation of regional organization. What is regional means? Local. So seeing this situation, those countries are also in terror those who didn't join the group of American or the Russian. So ऐसे भी कंट्री थे ना जिन्होंने अमेरिका या रशिया किसी को ज्वाइन नहीं किया था, तो वो भी चाहते थे कि वो इस झगड़े में ना पड़े और अपने को प्रोटेक्ट करे. तो ऐसे बहुत सारे लोकल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन भी फॉर्म हुए एशिया में, यूरोप में, अफ्रीका में. डेवलपिंग नेशन created regional organization at the regional level in order to ensure mutual cooperation in the contest of the superpower rivalry. They felt that economic development was more important. So they realized instead of joining such group, we should look after the economic development of our nation. European countries came together and formed the European Economic Community. So such kind of organization created by the European countries. While the South Asian countries like Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, etc. established the ASEAN. What is ASEAN? Association of Southeast Asian Nation. So European or the Asian countries came together and they make their local organization. Next is non-alignment. What is non-alignment? What does alignment means? Adjoin. Align means to join. So non-aligned means not join or coming together. So we had seen both countries, Soviet Union and America, created a situation of division and they are making the groups. Many countries are not willing to join any of the groups. So they avoided this alignment. They are not getting attached or they are not getting connected with this country. So this kind of movement is called as a non-alignment. Okay. So India played a very important role in non-alignment movement. Or at that time, many countries supported the India's movement of the non-alignment. What is non-alignment? In the period of Cold War, while the world was becoming bipolar, the world was dividing into two parts. There were some countries which did not want to join the superpower rivalry. There are so many countries, those who are not willing to join the superpower rivalry or they are not willing to join any of the groups. Such nation decided to stay out of the Cold War rivalry and they decided to stay out of this. Their policy is known as non-alignment and their policy is known as non-alignment. Non-alignment was an important movement during the Cold War. So non-alignment was the important movement during the Cold War. What is non-aligned movement? The Asian and African countries which became independent after the Second World War supported the idea of non-alignment. Many countries in Asia and Africa got independence after the Second World War. So they were in thought that they won't be join such groups and they will look after the development of their nation. This movement was started from 1961 under the leadership of India's Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, President of Yugoslavia Marshal Tito, President of Egypt Gamal Abdel Nasser, President of Indonesia Dr. Sukarno, and President of Ghana Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. So these were the important leaders who planned not to join any of the group and they supported the movement of non-alignment. And with the help of this movement, there are too many changes or the improvement brought in the world. Evaluation of the non-aligned movement. The non-aligned movement has opposed colonialism. So these are the important aspects. Due to non-alignment process, the countries who are involved in it, they not supported the colonialism. We know what is the colonialism. Capturing others' land is called colonialism. They also not supported the imperialism. What is imperialism? When a powerful nation started their rule on the lesser power nation or the weak nation. So ये सब चीजें बंद करना बहुत जरूरी था. Racial segregation. There are so many fights happen on the race, religion. So these things should be stopped. And with the help of non-alignment, it is possible. The non-alignment movement has opposed colonialism, imperialism and racism. It has encouraged the resolution of international disputes by peaceful means. Also, due to non-alignment movement, many international disputes are solved peacefully. India led this movement under the guidance of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, and India started this movement under the guidance of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. India continued to actively support the movement afterward as well, and after the Cold War also. As we know, Cold War ended in 1990s. So after the Cold War ended, India supported this non-alignment movement, and still India working on the same basis because it is a welfare for all the countries. Even after the end of Cold War, the importance of the movement has not reduced. The non-alignment movement is based on eternal principles of humanism. What are internal? Eternal means not internal, eternal. Eternal means which not cannot die, which not ended. हिंदी में कहते हैं ना, जो हमेशा जिंदा रहे, अमर रहे. तो ये कभी खत्म नहीं होने वाली चीज है. अच्छी बात है ना. लोगों के अंदर इंसानियत होनी चाहिए, ह्यूमैनिज्म होनी चाहिए, ह्यूमैनिटी, ग्लोबल पीस. There should be peace all over the world, and the most over equality. Every nation, whether it's a big, small, powerful, non-powerful, they all should give respect to each other. It has inspired the less developed countries to come together, and due to the non-alignment movement, the less developed nation also came together, and since by supporting each other, every nation got the development. It has encouraged the resolution of international disputes by peaceful means, while taking a firm stand on disarmament, fostering human rights. What are fostering given more importance? The non-alignment movement put forth the problems of poor and developed countries firmly. Firmly means strongly. So बहुत सारे issues थे जो non-alignment movement के through लोगों के सामने लाए गए. This movement made a demand of a new international economic order, that is the NEO, NIEO. Summarizing briefly, if you talk in briefly in short, the significance. What is significance? Importance. The significance of the non-alignment movement has not reduced even if the Cold War ended. So अगर हम देखें तो significance था, importance था non-alignment movement का, वो Cold War के बाद भी खत्म नहीं हुआ. It inspired the less developed countries to come together, right? So country को भी लगता था कि अगर मेरा development कम है तो लोगों के साथ में मिलके मेरा development भी बढ़ जाएगा. It brought several new streams of economic and social changes into international politics. It gave these countries the confidence to assert themselves with self-respect in international politics. Right? So it has a good impact on the international politics. Next topic is end of Cold War. What are the reasons? What are the situations that resulted to the end of Cold War? So in this topic we will discuss about the different points that resulted in the end of Cold War, and moreover in this topic we will see there was a disintegration. What a disintegration? Division of Soviet Union in different countries or territory. The Cold War that had dominated international politics since 1945 came to an end. So it was a big relief for all the nations since the Cold War declared ended. It was an important event that happened towards the end of the last century. There were many reasons for the end of the Cold War as given below. There are reasons, were so many, few important reasons given here. First, the Soviet Union adopted the policy of opening up the economy. The state loosened up its control of the economy. So there are so many changes happened during that time in the Soviet Union. They had opened up their economy, and since the state or the government had loosened the economy, तो उतना कंट्रोल उनका अपनी इकोनॉमी पे या इकोनॉमिक स्ट्रक्चर पे नहीं था, जिससे वजह से उनको बहुत ज़्यादा लॉस भी हो रहे थे और वो इतने कैपेबल नहीं थे कि इस कोल्ड वॉर को कंटिन्यू कर सके. इवन एट द टाइम द प्रेसिडेंट of the Soviet Union, Mikhail Gorbachev, he brought so many changes in the political field. The then president means वो time के, the then president of the Soviet Union, Mikhail Gorbachev, implemented the policy of perestroika. What is perestroika? Restructuring. उनके लैंग्वेज में पेरेस्ट्रोइका. व्हाट इज रीस्ट्रक्चरिंग? रीस्ट्रक्चरिंग मतलब कुछ नया क्रिएट करना, नया बनाना. एंड ग्लासनोट मीन ओपननेस. तो इनकी जो पॉलिसी थी वो उतनी ज़्यादा रेस्ट्रिक्टेड नहीं थी. ये लोगों तक काफ़ी ज़्यादा ओपननेस थी, जहाँ पे लोगों का कंट्रोल है, आप बोल सकते हो डेमोक्रेसी का ज़्यादा होल्ड था. तो लोग भी नहीं चाहते थे ना कि लड़ाई कंटिन्यू हो. सो दे शुड ऑल्सो वॉन्ट टू स्टॉप सच थिंग्स, एंड रशिया शुड और सोवियत यूनियन शुड लुक आफ्टर दैट डेवलपमेंट. ड्यू टू दिस पॉलिसी द कंट्रोल ओवर द मीडिया रिड्यूस, एंड ड्यू टू सच पॉलिसीज जो कंट्रोल था मीडिया पे वो क्या हो गया? कम हो गया. Important changes took place in political and economic sphere. That is, these spheres was restructured. Spheres means different fields. So they were restructured, a new kind of thinking, planning arises. These give impetus to democracy. What is impetus? Impetus means more importance. What is impetus? Impetus means more importance. As the East European countries under the influence of Soviet Union adopted the capitalist and democratic paths, the regimes with their change. So most of the country get aware. पहले ऐसा कंडीशन नहीं था ना कि आप किसी भी कंट्री में रूल बना के रख सकते हो, कंट्रोल कर सकते हो. धीरे धीरे कंट्री भी डेवलप हो रहे थे. दे आर ऑल्सो द कैपिटलिस्ट इकोनॉमी. व्हाट इज द कैपिटलिस्ट? कैपिटलिस्ट मीन्स इज अ काइंड ऑफ बिजनेस और द ट्रेड वेर इंडिविजुअल ऑल्सो अर्निंग. पहले क्या होता था? सिर्फ रूलर्स को फायदा होता था या गवर्नमेंट को फायदा होता था. बट कैपिटलिज्म की वजह से जो इंडिविजुअल है उनको भी बेनिफिट हो रही है. सो दे आर ऑल्सो आस्किंग फॉर देयर डिमांड्स एंड नीड्स. द सोवियत यूनियन disintegrated, and the most important reason was disintegration. Disintegrated means divided. The Soviet Union divided or disintegrated and several new nations were created out of it. और जब सोवियत यूनियन जो यूथ सोवियत यूनियन था वो डिसइंटीग्रेट हुआ तो बहुत सारे नए कंट्री बने, जिसमें से सबसे बड़ा कंट्री कौन बना? रशिया. इसलिए कभी कभी लोग सोवियत यूनियन रशिया ही बोलते हैं कि सोवियत यूनियन का जो बड़ा सा पार्ट है वो किसके पास है और कौन सी कंट्री है? रशिया. छोटी छोटी कंट्री बने जैसे उज्बेकिस्तान बने और छोटे बड़े बहुत सारी कंट्री बनी. The Soviet Union disintegrated and several new nations were created out of it. Russia was the biggest country in the Soviet Union. And अगर हम बात करें सोवियत यूनियन की तो जब वो ब्रेक हुआ तो बहुत सारी कंट्री बनी, उनमें सबसे बड़ा कंट्री कौन बना? रशिया. सो दिस इज वॉज दी ऑल अबाउट दी एंड ऑफ कोल्ड वॉर. कोल्ड वॉर खत्म कैसे हुआ, रीजंस क्या क्या थे? इट इज एन इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन, वी ऑल शुड रिमेंबर इट, द पॉइंट्स दैट आर मेंशन्ड हियर. फिर कोल्ड वॉर के बाद इन नेक्स्ट टॉपिक विल डिस्कस कि कोल्ड वॉर के बाद वर्ल्ड पॉलिटिक्स में क्या फर्क पड़ा, किस तरह से वर्ल्ड में चेंजेस देखने को मिला. दैट विल सी इन दी आफ्टर दी पोस्ट कोल्ड वॉर. पोस्ट मीन्स आफ्टर, प्री मीन्स बिफोर. So there are so many changes happened after the Cold War. Okay, clear, understood?